Mike. Lightning Connect is a brand new product from Salesforce that is going to help our customers deal with a very thorny issue of data integration. So, Michael, I'm sure you remember at Dreamforce, Salesforce introduced the next version of the Salesforce One platform called Salesforce One Lightning.
Absolutely.
So Lightning was all about building applications fast, and it includes Lightning Components, App Builder, Process Builder, which Shelley will cover in a little bit, and Community Builder. And our customers are using Salesforce One Lightning to build new mobile applications for their customers, their employees, and their partners. But at the same time, we recognize that most of our customers have made really big investments in some legacy technology systems, back office systems, right? Yeah. And the data that their customers, employees, and partners need to access often lives in those legacy applications. And so we asked ourselves, what if we could make it easy for our customers to easily connect those external legacy applications with Salesforce in just a few minutes? And that is what led us to Salesforce One Lightning Connect. So Lightning Connect is a brand new product from Salesforce that is the fastest, easiest way to connect Salesforce with external data sources. And there were really three main things we had in mind when we built this. So the first was we wanted to make it fast and easy for our customers to set up. We've just seen too many companies have to bring in these armies of consultants who write custom code, and we just wanted to make that go away for them. The second thing we had in mind was we wanted it to create real-time access to this critical business data that lives in these other applications. Again, we've seen customers create multiple copies of data in their infrastructure, and then the data gets quickly out of date. And we wanted to make sure that the teams managing the Salesforce deployment could give their internal users the confidence that the data was accurate and up to date. And finally, we know that one of the things our customers love about building on the Salesforce platform is that it's so powerful. And so we wanted to bring the power of the Salesforce platform to external data that lives anywhere. So let me show you a little bit more about what this product includes. So the product is currently generally available. And first of all, you can set it up right from the setup menu. So I know all of our admins who are watching today are very familiar with the Salesforce setup menu. You can access it through point and click, and you don't have to access a command line or any code.
Beautiful.
Second is that it gives you real-time access to that data so that when a business user wants to look at a record that lives somewhere else, we actually go out and do a real-time call out to that data.
Wow.
Third, we take that external data and we're going to store it in a special kind, or I should say represent it in a special kind of Salesforce object called an external object. Now, the reason that's important is because external objects retain much of the same properties as custom objects. And so that means that customers can build custom applications, mobile applications, related lists, list views, tabs, even use SOSL and SOQL queries for data that lives somewhere else.
Wow.
Really powerful. You get read access with the data today, and I'll talk about some enhancements we're going to make to that on our roadmap. And finally, it's based on an industry standard called OData. And the reason that's important is that it's an open standard, and so customers can use any application and bring data from that application to Salesforce.
Incredible.
Yeah, so let's talk about some use cases now. So there are really a lot of different use cases for Lightning Connect. I'll touch on a few of them here. So in a sales organization, it's quite common that companies are managing their customer orders and inventory and shipping status all in a different system. And so account executives have to go back to their desk, log into an ERP system, sometimes multiple, to find out the status of a customer's order. And with Lightning Connect, they could actually take that data from an external ERP system and surface it right within Salesforce in the Salesforce One mobile app.
Impressive.
Very powerful. In a customer service organization, it's common that when a customer calls in with a ticket, the CSRs oftentimes have to look up all these different applications to find out how to solve the customer's problem. We like to call that swivel chair integration. And we can eliminate that swivel chair integration by surfacing data from all of those different systems right in the Salesforce console.
Wow, that sounds like something that could just really drive productivity.
Absolutely. Tremendous productivity gains. You're absolutely right. And also customer satisfaction, because you can resolve issues much faster. And then third, we get a lot of customers saying, hey, I want to be able to synchronize my employee data from my HRIS system, like a Workday, for example, with Salesforce, so that I can see, their reporting manager, their compensation, their benefits, and line that up with performance data in Salesforce. And Lightning Connect would make it really easy for you to do that.
Sounds incredible.
All right, so I'm going to show you a demo now. All right, so let's take a look at how Salesforce One Lightning Connect actually works. So as I said, we're just going to go straight into the setup menu here, and we're going to click on Develop and find external data sources, and we're going to add a new external data source, okay? In this example, we're going to add SAP as a data source. We're going to type in the endpoint of the server, which is basically the address information for the server, save it, and then we click Validate and Sync. And what that does is it introspects the external data source and finds the tables that are available for us to bring in. In this case, it's going to be sales orders because we want to show sales orders to our reps. So now you can see sales orders are represented in Salesforce as an external object right here. And now we just want to create a tab so that sales reps can find those sales orders quickly and easily. So using the setup menu that you're already familiar with, we would just create a new custom tab. We're going to add the SAP logo to it so that it's just very visually easy for our users to find. We're going to make it visible to all profiles in Salesforce. And then we're going to click Save, and we see the sales orders here in just a second. They're on that tab live. And that was a live real-time call out to SAP. Okay. Now, a couple more things that we're going to want to do. So we actually want to edit this record, and we want to make it appear on the customer account record so that an account exec can see sales orders in context with the account as opposed to having to look at a tab full of thousands of them. And so we're just going to relate it to the account record here. We're going to give it some basic field information to go ahead and set that up. We're going to relate it to the business partner ID, which is the lookup field on the account record. We're going to click Next through a couple things, make it available to all profiles. Click Save. And in just a moment, you're going to see what that looks like on the account record. So we're going to go to Accounts. So we're clicking on the account record now. And sales orders are going to be right down there at the bottom, but that's kind of low on the page, and we want to raise that up so it's easier for reps to find on the go. So we just go into our basic field layout editor, move it up to the top. We're going to add a few more fields to it so it has exactly the information that they need, and remove any things that they don't need. Again, all using the simple interface and the power of the Salesforce platform that our customers are familiar with today. We drag it up to the top. And we're going to just save that. And it's saving, magic is happening in the background, and there we go. Those are our sales orders. Okay, now there's one last thing I'm going to show you here in this demo. We all know that sales reps are occasionally out on the road meeting with customers. That's where we want them to be, right?
Absolutely.
And so we're going to see how you can look at this on a mobile phone. So we're clicking into this account record here. We're going to related lists, and you see your sales orders are right there as a related list on the account record. And one last thing on mobile, you'll also see, because we created a tab, those SAP sales orders are right there in the left nav, okay? So that's our demo. Let's take it back. Let's take it back to our slides. So you're probably wondering, how does this magic work? How is it so easy for us to access this data in an external system? Well, let me show you a little behind the scenes. We've actually partnered with leading integration vendors like Informatica, MuleSoft, Jitterbit, Progress Software, so that we can use the existing middleware vendor that our customers are using. So when a customer sets up Lightning Connect, we're going to make a call out in real time. We're going to go through their middleware vendor and then bring that data right back into Salesforce.
Wow.
Pretty exciting. So let me just share with you a couple of final thoughts. So first of all, Lightning Connect is available today. Okay, it is automatically enabled in all Developer Edition orgs. So for anybody who is watching today and wants to start playing with this, they should just go into their DE org. They can start testing it out. And if they're ready to start using it in production, it is available as an add-on in our Enterprise Edition, Performance Edition, and Unlimited Edition. And so customers should just talk to their account executive today to learn more about pricing.
Excellent. Well, I mean, Seema, it seems like you just showed us some very powerful tools. And when we're dealing with external data like this and making it so easy to connect to and so readily available, it seems like one of the only limitations might be how customers can think to use that external data.
Yeah, that's a great point. So there's really a lot of different use cases. So I would say anytime that a customer is thinking of a scenario where they want to be able to combine data that's living in different silos, data from across the enterprise to enable a seamless end-to-end business process, it's a great time to use Lightning Connect. So I'll give you one very tangible example. The configure price quote system is a very complicated sales process that is often having to go to different databases to look up product information, pricing information, inventory information, and that's an example where we see a lot of customers wanting to use a solution like this. Now, if I could just touch on a quick roadmap slide, then I'll pass it back to you. So I want to just let you and our audience know what's coming down the pipe in the future. So we will be enabling Lightning Connect for multiple Salesforce orgs. And what that means is if you have 2 or more Salesforce orgs and you want to connect the data across those orgs so you can see a complete kind of holistic view of those, that's coming in the future. We also will enable you to write back to those external data sources and have full CRUD rights. We're going to let customers build their own custom connectors. So if you might have a custom application, say a billing application or a reservation application, and you want to expose that in OData so that we can pull it in using Lightning Connect, we'll enable you to do that with a very simple Apex connector framework. And then finally, for any customers who are dealing with large volumes of data and they want to be able to take that data and convert it to a custom object so it is locally in Salesforce, we're going to enable them to do that with just a few simple clicks.
Awesome. That sounds incredibly convenient. Sam, I think Seema was just showing something that's going to be a major game changer for a lot of our customers out there and basically anybody who has to connect to external data sources. Now, are you seeing anything trending from Twitter using our hashtag that people are curious about this?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of woohoos. It's great. I had a really interesting question from Paul. He's interested is will he be able to use this for FileMaker or QuickBooks as external sources? What are some of the examples of external sources that you've seen out there?
Yeah, great question. So the neat thing about Lightning Connect is that because it's based on an industry standard OData, you can use any application as an external data source. So the broad answer is whatever application you have, yes, you can use it. Some common ones I've seen that a lot of customers are interested in are any sort of SAP module, any Oracle module. Workday is very common. DB2 is a big one. AS400, NetSuite. Those are all really popular sources that I've been hearing a lot about from customers. You can certainly use things like FileMaker. All you would need to do is expose that application in the OData format so that we can bring it in. And there are a number of integration vendors and partners who can help you do that.
Excellent. Sam, anything else from the Twitterverse?
The only other thing that I would like to know right now is I want to repeat about writing back or writing into or doing updates inside of Salesforce. Can you share with us again, because I'm getting some questions about that. Can we update data? So what can you do right now?
Yeah, great question. So right now, customers can read that external data source. That's the functionality that's currently available. But we are working on a write capability. So fairly soon in the next release, customers will be able to write back to that external data source.
And then how about using that external data to write into Salesforce?
Well, yes, so correct. So if you wanted to write to an external object in Salesforce, that you can do today. That's what's live. If you then want to take that external object and you want to write to a custom object, that will be coming in a future release.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. And before we move on, I just have one last question.
Yeah.
You mentioned that Salesforce has been partnering with integration specialists like Informatica.
Yes.
Some of our customers are actually working with Informatica or with another vendor currently. So what does this mean for them?
Well, this is really a great opportunity for them because it's enabling integration vendors to more quickly deliver value to their customers. So whomever you're working with today, Informatica, MuleSoft, Jitterbit, Progress, Software AG, start talking to them about their solution for Lightning Connect. They all have one out today or they're just about to launch it, but let them know that you're interested in this because they're excited because this enables them to deliver value to the customer faster.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Seema. This sounds like a very powerful tool for a lot of our customers.